Hello from Gardening at Douentza here in Ireland, and this is a video update. It's an update on the red hot pokers that I divided last autumn. Do you want to see where I planted them in the garden and how big they are now? Let's take a look. And you're very welcome to Douentza Garden here in Wexford in Ireland. And this is a short video because it's an update on some red hot pokers that I divided last autumn, and we're going to have a look and see where I planted them and how they're doing. Many of my long-term subscribers will recall how I divided a number of different plants last autumn, and it was for populating a new border, the long border, which has now been planted up. And one of the things I propagated were some small red hot pokers that I loved. They had beautiful orange flowers and really dainty foliage, and I bought one and I thought, well, you know what, I could do with a couple more of these. So I divided them and I got 4 plants. And I planted them in the garden, and here we're going to have a look at where I put them. Now, I didn't put them in the long border in the end. I put them in this border here because I had enough plants for the long border, and this one had some gaps. And here's the first of those little red hot pokers. So I had 4 plants, and this is one. And so I'll just stick my hand in there so you can get an idea of how big it is now. This one has grown really well. It's nice and bushy. There's no danger that this is going to kind of fall over at this stage. It's well established since it was put in here in spring. And we have no sign of flowers yet, but I think they may come a little bit later. So that's the first one that's looking good. And so if we just move over here, where we can see the second one, and this one is looking even better. It's much bigger. Well, it's a good bit bigger than the last one, and it's doing really well. No sign of flowers yet, but we have good sturdy foliage and a nice healthy clump, and this is the kind of clump that you might expect to buy in a pot in a garden centre. So there you go, it's a money saving tip. Buy one in autumn, divide it into 4, and then by next summer you're going to have 4 hefty plants that are the same size as the original one you bought. Okay, moving over here, and this is the third one, and this is the biggest of all of the 4. And you can see here, actually, I could have been a bit more ruthless. I could have divided these plants even smaller than I did, but I was afraid to lose them. And in any case, it's good because now I have 4 really healthy clumps. This is the biggest, as I said. No sign of flowers yet, but yeah, it'll look super when the orange flowers come there at the front of the border. I can't wait. And then the 4th, the final one, is less big. This is the smallest one, and it's over here. And you can see it's in a couple of different pieces. So we've got the main piece here, that bit there, and there seems to be a side shoot coming up here. So this is the runt of the litter, let's just say. Although it's doing fine. You know what, this is not a plant that's in any danger of dying off, and if it doesn't get a whole load of drought or anything like this, it's going to do fine for me and do really well. And who knows, hopefully this one, even as well as the other 3, will flower this late summer. Okay, so can you imagine those 4 red hot pokers in glorious orange flowers just a little bit later in the season? We'll have to check back and see what the border looks like with them there at the front. I told you this is going to be a quick update, and that's exactly what it is. So we have the runt of the litter there. We have the biggest of the red hot pokers there. We have another really meaty one just there. And we have the 4th and final one, which is, well, you know what, you could buy this one of this size in any garden centre and you wouldn't feel shortchanged. Okay, so of course I'm going to link to my video on dividing red hot pokers just at the end of this one, in case you want to try it. And yeah, give it a go, why not? Plants for free, that's what we all like. Thanks very much for watching as always, and bye from Douentza.